Star Wars Theory, a Star Wars based channel that over half a year ago now I exposed for being an arrogant man-child.
Getting Star Wars, it has to be perfect.
My video quickly became the most popular video on Star Wars Theory. Since then, several people have come forward and Star Wars Theory has become universally disliked. In today's video, we look at what happened after I published my video and what's happening to Star Wars Theory right at this very moment.
That's it?
Since I uploaded my video, several more clips of the YouTuber Star Wars Theory have gone viral all over TikTok and Twitter, displaying his greed and his arrogance. Take this recent clip as an example where Star Wars Theory expects Darth Maul to appear in the brand new Ahsoka show.
Dude, they're gonna bring back Maul or something, man, I'm telling you. There's no way they're not going to. It's gotta be Maul. There's no... Dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's gonna be Maul or something. What? That's what the dark magic is?
Or this clip where he doesn't care about the Star Wars game itself, but just wants to move on.
Yes, finally, we can move on.
Or my favourite, where he claims that Star Wars have taken something from his script.
Dude, that's from my script.
Alongside these viral clips going well viral, if you put Star Wars Theory's name into TikTok, all it comes up with is hateful things. On TikTok, he's universally hated. The reason a lot of people give on TikTok for him being so hated is his inflated ego.
Dude, that's from my script.
Dude, let me tell you something. They have never read your script.
Star Wars Theory is an awful content creator. Is bro ever satisfied? Bro said that's it after watching the most cinematic Star Wars masterpiece ever. That's it, bro, we got to spend so much time. Star Wars Theory is constantly in a state of Disney catharsis. Every take he has is just hilariously bad. He can never be satisfied. It's hilarious to me how critical he is when he's proven so he can't write any better. I've never watched this guy, but it seems like every time I see his clips he's crying about something. All the comments echo similar things, that he's greedy and that his public perception has severely affected how people look at him and his content. Around 4 months ago now, Star Wars Theory published a video called The End of Star Wars Theory. It's been real.
Star Wars Theory changed. This is a comment I see a lot.
In this video, he gives response to a lot of criticism that had been directed towards him and the fact that he quote-unquote changed.
Haters, which I don't really like to call them haters. I just think they're misinformed, or they don't really know who I am.
What a well-established way to respond to criticism.
I find most of them actually don't even watch my channel, and when I've asked, show me an example of something, none of them are able to ever come up with something substantial or even any evidence. They say, no, I don't bother watching you. And I'm like, well, maybe that's the problem.
I find this comment to be yet again arrogant and self-indulgent. I have been a fan of Star Wars Theory in the past, and through my criticism have shown several clips of Star Wars Theory which have led me to dislike the guy.
Having an opinion, I'm not upholding my due diligence or responsibility.
No, it's the way we express opinions.
Well, no, you're essentially telling me to censor myself. You're saying don't censor yourself, but you're saying censor yourself because you have a certain moral obligation, because you have a certain number of people that subscribe to your videos, that you have to say things in a certain manner or shift your way in a certain way of thinking.
Even just doing some simple research for this video, did I come across another video which made Star Wars Theory sound arrogant and ignorant. In the clip in question, he can be seen making an unfunny satirical take on the hate he receives.
You guys, we can't keep allowing this to happen. I mean, this kind of behavior is just really toxic, it's divisive, it's just doesn't belong in the Star Wars fandom, and we don't want this guy around anymore. He's just constantly putting a rift between everyone. And you know what, like, this is a clear example, putting up a poll.
Which, if he'd only take a look at his content and what he says, he'd realise he does those exact same things. These aren't criticisms that are pulled out of thin air, but Star Wars Theory seems to live in a state of denial about this.
And the other one is, his crappy fan film got to his head. Either way, something got to my head, apparently, that I'm not aware of. And then, of course, the third one, which is the obvious one, money got to his head, but we're gonna address those really quickly, and then we'll move on. So let's address the first one, fame. I'm not famous. I don't see myself as famous.
Several months later.
Dude, that's from my script.
Legitimate comment or joke aside, you must somehow realise that by making that comment, you believe yourself you have a level of fame for Disney to copy some of your ideas.
I've really humbled myself, and simply just by looking around, and also realizing that money or fame or any of that crap doesn't take away the fundamental needs of every single human being on this earth, regardless of skin color, gender, or status. That is that we all need love, we all need food, we all need water.
And we all need a Lamborghini Aventador. Now, not just you. How can you have truly humbled yourself if you're not even open to taking common criticism? Criticism thousands of people have had for you. You put it down to the fact people don't watch your content or are maybe even jealous of you.
Or talk about me, even if it's in a less than great way. And just as the numbers I touted were impressive and the statistics are great and true, with that comes also the most negativity and the most toxicity and the most bullying online. People seem to think that if you have a large channel or you have money or success or whatever it might be, then you aren't a human. Then you are some sort of corporate entity that doesn't have feelings.
Yet again, he's trying to convey the lovely, friendly message that we're all people, we've all got feelings, but he ends up going down more of the route that I only get picked on because I've got money, I've got success. But no, don't worry, he doesn't have fame, he just has everything else.
I'm not famous. I don't see myself as famous.
Again, although he might have not wanted it to come off this way, it just comes off as egotistical. My current issues with Star Wars Theory stem from the fact that he seems painfully aware of what people think about him, but instead of properly addressing that and saying maybe some of this criticism is correct, it seems like he's more intent on parodying it and saying that really he doesn't deserve any of this hate. If you're such a big content creator and you've got that mentality, what is that suggesting to your audience and even suggesting to the people that know you?
And that goes for the ones who talk ill about me too. So if you are one of those people, I don't hate you. I appreciate you for talking about me, increasing the viewability of my channel and what I'm doing and everything I'm trying to promote on my channel, which is Star Wars. And while I talk more about Star Wars, I find there are more people that are actually talking about me than Star Wars itself.
It's almost like Star Wars Theory is going for the stereotypical response bingo list, which is, thank you for the people that are talking about me, you're getting me more views, and you're getting me another Lambo, I guess.
Lamborghini Aventador that I've wanted ever since I was a little boy.
And in turn, grants them much more views than their own Star Wars content. And that's not a jab. That's just me being real and what I've really noticed when I observe their channels and their pages and their TikTok platforms and whatever it may be. So I understand how lucrative it may be to be actually chasing clicks in that sense, which is what many people like to define me as.
You know, I don't know how you can say you don't have an ego, but in the same breath manage to say that people only hate on you and upload videos on you because it gets more views than their own Star Wars content.
I've really humbled myself, and simply just by looking around.
Okay, dude, and I have a six-pack. You can keep lying to yourself that you aren't egotistical, that you're humble, and that views don't matter, but then you can't claim that people only make videos on you because it gets more views. In this video alone, you've admitted you have a big platform, but you're not famous, but, you know, you're humble, you're not egotistical, and then you speak about the amount of views people get from making videos on you. It contradicts itself entirely. I wanted to make one final Star Wars Theory related video purely because of this response. It nails home why I dislike Theory, but honestly, only time will tell how public perception changes even further on Star Wars Theory.